The David Pakman Show at davidpakman.com.
David Pakman Show is not funded by big corporations. It is funded mostly by individual memberships from people like you. You can go to davidpakman.com/membership to sign up. You'll get the podcast commercial-free, audio and video of the bonus show produced by producer Louis Motamedi, and an archive of shows that dates all the way back to August 17th, 2005. An incredible day in history.
Well, I'll say. I encourage people to listen to that show.
I encourage people to listen to Louis.
Well, that goes without saying.
Stocks return more when Democrats are in the White House as opposed to Republicans. It's funny, I got an email from an audience member yesterday about this. And I ran these numbers by hand 8 or 10 years ago, Louis, and it was abundantly clear. At the time, I think my numbers were that on average you had around a 9 and something return per year in the Dow Jones Industrial Average when a Democrat was in the White House versus 3-something% when a Republican was in the White House, close to 3 times. I mean, it's a significant difference. Now, when we look back, I actually ran this way before John F. Kennedy. This BGOV barometer, which I took a look at yesterday, shows over the 5 decades since John F. Kennedy was inaugurated, $1,000 invested in a hypothetical fund that tracks the S&P 500 only when Democrats are in the White House would be worth close to $11,000. Okay, it would have grown by about 11 times.
Okay.
You with me so far?
I follow.
That's more than 9 times the dollar return an investor would have realized from following a similar strategy during Republican administrations. If you put $1,000 in and follow the S&P 500 under Republican presidents, starting with Nixon, that would have only grown to about $2,000 on the day George W. Bush left office. I've said this many, many times. People don't seem to care. The common line is what? The common line is, well, what's happening is that the stock market is doing better as a result of the policies Republicans did before the Democrat took over in office, and I reject that completely. But that is the excuse we hear.
So is there any way you could be guilty of playing with the numbers here?
I didn't run these numbers by hand. When I ran the numbers by hand, I just said if it's whatever president is in office, here's the gain loss. It was similar. There were no extrapolations. It was just the numbers. That's it.
All right. Well, if the facts speak for themselves here, then that's that.
I agree with you. And if we look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and the BGOV study looked at the S&P 500. If instead you look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is what I did, $1,000 during Democrats would be worth $75.50. $1,000 growth during Republicans would be $27.16. So similar numbers, not as jarring, but still very, very similar.
But because you cannot necessarily attach certain policies or government-related actions to these numbers, is it possible that this is just coincidence?
Statistically speaking, if you do a statistical regression on it, and this is from years ago that I ran this was beyond statistical insignificance. The numbers were statistically significant. Now, yeah, it could be for other reasons that correlate with Democrats being in power, more spending on publicly financed infrastructure projects or whatever it may be. But there is a statistically relevant correlation here.
All right. Well, hey, I guess we should all be voting Democrat then.